all right, let's go ahead and start building our Avengers team. We're looking at these two Avengers movies coming up, and I couldn't tell you that there is an Avengers team anymore. Um, First, I want to go ahead. We're gonna pick five. We're gonna pick like a solid five team. But do you think we're moving beyond that? Like we do in the comic books, the Avengers team not only is always changing, but it's like almost like the DC's Justice League, where it's like a society of a bunch of people. Do you think we're moving into that phase?
I think we have to because we had this solid foundation with the original cast, and now we have this whole. There's so many heroes now. It's like who's really, or how are they picking their members? So it almost seems like the Avengers just might be like what you're saying, like more of a society than anything else now. Because are they going to have this like? Well, are we going to have a leader that kind of steps up and be like picks the core, and we sit at the table like a Justice League table or some shit, and discuss. And I don't really see that happening, so it almost feels like it's just the bland. So it's almost like the Avengers movie. It's not. It's just going to feel like a mush, like it was like Captain America: Civil War.
I
Like,
see
is
what
it
you're
really
saying,
Captain America's movie? Nah, it doesn't feel like it at all. So when people say like this is a Captain America movie or three or whatever, however they want to title it, it doesn't really feel like a Captain America movie. So I feel like we're just going to get these bland movies now. Not bland in a bad way, but just like, I guess blended is a better word.
Can you pick somebody to be our next Nick Fury that's going to be able to combine everybody together to start to even if we do go with the society mode, who is starting the society, running the society? Because Shield, I mean, at this point, is basically off the table.
Yeah. Damn. Professor X, if I had to pick a Nick Fury.
Oh, I mean, don't do that to me, man. He's got his own thing. I'm waiting for him to just launch off, bro. Don't tell me he's already starting an Avengers team. He's still got to start an X-Men. Yeah. if and it's funny because he has his own team too, but I think if Mr. Fantastic was settled, it'd be him. I think Mr. Fantastic's the kind of person to do it. Scott Lang couldn't do it, but Hank Pym would have in his old days. But Scott Lang, I don't think will do it. Maybe this new version of Hulk is a good candidate. He's not, he is closer to Tony Stark than ever right now. He might be the right one to set this up.
Damn, yeah. Yeah, because if I'm thinking way too far in the future, I'm thinking Spider-Man. But that's when way more mature, when he's past this whole symbiote phase that they're probably going to lean into here shortly, right. And then more into the next Iron Man.
Which in recent comics, he was leading the Avengers, so that does make sense.
Yeah,
but we can't forget he's not fully owned by Marvel right now, so there's I don't think they're ever going to trust the keys to the vault to him, because Sony could pull those keys away, and there's no way that Marvel's going to let that go.
Yeah, I'm thinking comic book wise more than I am MCU, but yeah, I mean, a Bruce is not a bad idea.
This version of Bruce, anyways, which isn't our favorite version of Bruce,
Yeah. I do like the Hank Pym one because I'm trying to like pull myself back into the MCU than anything than like comic books and stuff. But he would be with the brains he has and the technology he has. I think he would be an amazing leader.
Yeah.
When he's more like not so much Paul Rudd style, but more like you said, older and more mature wise.
You know what? Yeah, is Hank Pym still alive? I think he is. So yeah, what if Hank Pym?
Yeah.
So what if Hank Pym's like, you know what? This is how we used to do back in our day, and we learn about an old school version of Avengers that existed when he was Ant-Man, and he's like, this is how we did it back in my day, back with Tony's dad. I can't remember his name. This is how we used to do it. And then he's like, so he shows that they have an Avengers established already, kind of like a underground Avengers that used to exist, and he runs the team, and he's kind of this grumpy asshole leader. I kind of actually want to see this now. I'm thinking about it, and he's like this no nonsense version of Nick Fury, kind of like that Nick Fury vibe. And this is how we do it in my day. And he starts things up. He's very selfish, but he could start this up with the idea of, this is how I'm going to make sure my family is safe by making sure there's an Avengers in place.
Yeah, because you could really replace him with the whole like you said, old man feel with Captain America, because Captain America was old. One of the comic book series, he was an older man, like settling with the like underground like Avengers team or whatever.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is like flip flop and just kind of have the same thing, really.
Let's do it.
Obviously with the technology.
Yeah.
Of, what is it? How do you say it?
The Pym particles.
Pym. Yeah, like Pym Industries. Whatever.
Pym Tech, Pym everything. Yeah, likes to brand things himself. I mean, look, Stark Industries. You're rich, you're greedy. You got to make sure your name's on stuff. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and
Yeah.
start casting our 5 guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off. I'll do all 5 of mine. I'll explain who's
Okay.
in the team, why they're in the team, and then who's not in the team as well. First off, Black Panther, and I'm gonna suspect this is gonna be Shuri Black Panther. This is our bank fold. You're gonna have that money person. I don't see them running like Avengers as a whole because I think that Wakanda's in for something bigger than we even know of right now. I have a feeling they're gonna be in a Three Kingdom battle. But it's gonna be the same thing with the OG Black with T'Challa. Is I need to protect Earth to protect Wakanda, so I'm here, and I
Mm.
think they'll fill in for that um, Tony Stark level hero in the MCU in the Avengers. Next up, Daredevil. That's our grounded hero. That's our I'm from New York hero. There always got to be that New York boy in there,
Mhm.
and I think he's going to be the heart of the team. You know, like Captain America was, because there's something like if you think about this, okay, think about that scrawny Steve Rogers with the shield that I mean, with the top of the trash can. That's like I'm still gonna hold and fight, you know, with those punks that are gonna beat him up. Now imagine a young blind boy whose father just died to gangsters, and he's like, I'm gonna survive, and he's raised up in the church. They had that same scrapper mentality, you know, and it's like
Mm.
you know, Brooklyn Boys and Hell's Kitchen Boys. I think it's perfect. Moving on, I think we're gonna have Captain America. I think we're gonna have Sam Wilson as Captain America. This is our eyes in the sky. This is our tactical leader. You know, he's ahead of the game in that sense. Thor, you have to have the heavy hitter, and I think Thor he's gonna be probably the only OG that's around, right? I think we're gonna have Thor in this. He's got nothing else going on except for he's hanging out with. No spoilers, guys. But he's doing the Love and Thunder thing. I'll say that much. He's got a new sidekick who I think would be a good member, like to be scrapping around the entire time. Have you watched Love and Thunder yet?
No, I
Okay,
have
you're
not.
fucking killing me.
I'll watch it when it's Disney
He
Plus.
he has a new sidekick that is hanging out with him all the time now, and I think her in Avengers Campus would be a lot of fun. She would just be a mess. Um, Please watch Love and Thunder as soon as possible. And then lastly, Captain Marvel. Not necessarily Carol Danvers. I think it might be Monica Rambeau. And she
Mm.
starts to develop her powers and she becomes as powerful as Carol Danvers, but she would be the Monica Rambeau version of Captain Marvel. And I'd be on board with that. I think she was really cool in Wakanda no, not Wakanda Forever. Um, what's the Wanda one? WandaVision. It's W names, man. It's
Yeah.
tough. WandaVision. Something like that. Because I think again with Captain Marvel, just like we see with other things, she's just like with Doctor Strange. I think she's above Avengers at this point, right? She's going out there policing everybody in the galaxy. I think. I don't have Doctor Strange. He's too big for this now. X-Men, I don't have any of them on there, but I wouldn't mind seeing an X-Men join it. There's a time, one of my favorite times actually, was Wolverine was on the Avengers. Um, the Thing was been on the Avengers. All that I have set aside for them to be established, but I think this is my team. If I were to add a sixth one that I think's going to be popping up real soon, actually I didn't think about Blade, but I think maybe Ghost Rider. I think Ghost Rider's coming up real quick.
Okay.
And I actually am picking it now. Keanu Reeves is going to be playing our new Ghost Rider. I'm calling it.
God, I hope not.
You hope not. Why wouldn't you want Keanu Reeves
No,
as
man,
Ghost Rider?
because he's not that great. Like, looking at Keanu Reeves playing Ghost Rider, it would be almost the same thing as watching Nicolas Cage as being Ghost Rider. I don't
Almost,
think they're that great.
Yeah.
Like Keanu Reeves plays one role and one face emotion. Like I don't think he's that great.
But can you
I mean,
imagine
he's
that
fun
face
to
emotion
entertain.
on a motorcycle? Perfect.
Yeah, maybe I would just rather see him in a phone booth. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, look, I would give anything to have him remake a Matrix movie that's not garbage. I would love that.
Oh man, that last one.
It was the worst
shit.
fucking movie I've seen in 10 years. It was so awful.
Yeah, so bad.
All right, let me hear yours, man.
All right, sir. So mine was not so much logic, but kind of like a dream team. But I stuck with like a notes of what you did of with like just sticking with the MCU or kind of like movie wise. I didn't branch off to like reasons of comics or anything. I just stuck with what we've seen on the big screen. Okay, so my first one. This is a dream team, so obviously it's not going to make sense of like the future of. But okay, so my first one is Captain America with Steve Rogers. Okay. Obviously,
yep, dream team, gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, he's coming back. We already talked about dimensions and all that, whatever.
Yeah.
So obviously, okay, you got your leader. great direction and can give direction to anyone. I mean, obviously he was jumping into the streets and telling cops what to do when they were being attacked by aliens, right? One of the really funny scenes in all of like MCU, really. So with that type of leadership, he also will fight for anything that he truly believes in, even if that's fighting his own friends, like Iron Man in Civil War.
Yeah.
Now, with that, I don't think there can only be one leader in a team of 5. So with this, I need another leader, and that be to bounce ideas off,
Which
right?
is exactly how Tony and Steve work. Yep.
Yes. So I'm bringing Cyclops from X-Men. So
look, I want this. I'm gonna let you know I want this. I just don't see it happening.
So
that would be good.
And I'm basing off just movies, like I said. So the reason, obviously, Cyclops, core leader, X-Men, right? Yeah. Okay. At the same thing though, with the movies, we've seen him saved multiple people. So he saved Rogue and Wolverine from when they fought Sabretooth in the snow scene, I believe the first movie. And then we also seen him save Jean Grey. I don't. It's been so long, but when she was like suffocating because she got shot in the face with some like goo or whatever, and he lasered it off. It's like he's always popping up to be that savior. So I'm thinking like, okay, to bounce off ideas and split teams here and there. So you have two like kind of like the Iron Man and Captain America, branch off, whatever, do their own thing, but like also be leading their little packs. I would love to see Cyclops and Captain America at the same table discussing, whatever.
They see, God, I would love that conversation. That'd be interesting.
Okay, so with like the feels, right? Cyclops and I feel like a Captain America are in the feels when they make these decisions. I need logic, okay? So he barely made my list, but I put him in there anyway. I put the Hulk, but I put Edward Norton's Hulk. Okay, so
okay, yeah.
Okay, so
possibility wasn't something you like maybe thought about. Maybe you were just like, screw it, let's just see what happens.
Like, this is my dream team, guy.
Yeah,
gosh darn it. So the reason why I picked Edward Norton's Hulk, one, he's not a bitch like this one. So that's a big one. No, but even as Bruce Banner with the brains, but he had like the will of one trying to hide himself. So when he's working in like these crazy ass factories in like different countries, or the case may be, and he's out there trying to actually partake in his like I don't know, his mission, whatever. But he's more aggressively out there than just sitting behind a desk and scared of whatever. And then we say at the end of it, he was able to like, that badass scene where he jumps from the plane and smashes to the ground to fight Abomination. Mm-hmm. Like he's in the fight with Hulk, it seems like, instead of like, oh, I just hate when I turn green and now I'm a Hulk and I don't really do anything now as an Avenger. Anyway, hopefully the She-Hulk series will kind of revive him for me.
Do you think they're going to bring back classic Hulk, or are they going to stick with this like I'm a smarty Hulk?
I think they're going to stick with it, but I just hope they utilize him as Hulk more. Like why not always want to see a I don't know, comprehensive is the word, but like a Hulk to have a conversation with and talk about a game plan, and him to be the one still wreaking havoc. Yeah. Instead of like, oh, I don't want to do this, whatever, then you're a waste, bro. Like,
yeah, maybe they'll bring in Red Hulk as like the fix.
Yeah,
because
that'd be neat.
I do miss like the uncontrollable Hulk part, but
yeah, something. But I was hoping like we would see a controlled Hulk, but
we didn't get that either. We didn't get like Gray Hulk or anything like that. This is something different. This is weird.
Yeah. So also, okay, so for my fourth one, I went with obviously he's probably just one of my favorites, so I had to throw him in there. On top of, I needed the like the agility and the bruteness and kind of like selfishness, but he can still like get it done. I'm going with Venom. Okay.
Venom. Okay.
So, yeah. Oh my God. So,
yeah.
So another thing besides Venom 2, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but I mean it did like obviously come in handy, and I could see it coming in handy, is when he was able to leave Eddie Brock to take over other people's bodies. Yeah. So it's like, okay, I could kind of see that happen. But as I like, okay, I need someone that when controlled, because obviously he's kind of a freak in the things. Sheets? I feel like if he was able to, I was gonna say, just uncontrollable, but when controlled, he clearly gets the job done, like fighting Carnage, and then obviously saving the world from the symbiote in the first one. But he is that like I could sneak into something still, swing in anywhere. Mm-hmm. He has the spider senses, so let's just pretend we're at this round table, right? Something's coming at us. He still has that tingling feeling, and he can save the team. Yeah, just saying.
I liked the scene too. Donny Cates did it where like Eddie Brock's like the most important thing to me is my son. So he like jumps to the sun to protect the sun real quick. Like I always like that kind of. It reminds me of Iron Man does that shit with his suit sometimes. You know.
Yeah. And I see like now, I mean, with number 2 and then like future Venom projects, hopefully, whatever, you know, if there were to be any, that Eddie Brock and Venom, that relationship is coming together and it'd be more tighter. So I think like hopefully my Avengers, you know, more in the future, that we'll get actually a good teamwork together. And then my last one, because I need this unstable, unpredictable power. I got to go with Scarlet Witch. I mean, I just want her to like opening rifts, creating dimensions, trapping others in these worlds that they'd be scared or shit themselves.
You need one powerhouse. You picked it right there. She's one of the most powerful.
Yeah. The only thing that turned me on about this movie at all was the way that she killed all like Reed Richards and
she annihilated him.
God
damn it. Thunderbolt? It's not Thunderbolt. No.
Yeah, that's like the team, the Thunderbolts, but
yeah.
Black Bolt?
It's the Inhumans. Black Bolt. Thank you, Black Bolt.
Yeah.
And some
I was just like, holy shit, this is insane. But I want that unpredictability, and then when driven the right way, obviously with her kids in this one, she is just like, my team could just step back and let her do everything, to be honest. Like, especially with the when she was facing the whole the temple, when all those guys got together.
I mean, it was kind of sad, really.
Yeah. So that's my team. It'll never happen. I know that, but I just was grabbing my dream.
I liked it. We had one team. My team, I purposely went with like, okay, what do I see like the most possible, contract wise and stuff like that. Nobody on this list except for Thor's like expensive, but you have to have an OG. You have to have somebody who's the corner pocket. Your corner pocket still works perfectly. Scarlet Witch is perfect for that. If we can like what if it's not Scarlet Witch that we know? What if it's the Scarlet Witch that she went and like took her body over? And so that one's got questions of like what's going on and stuff like that. Because Scarlet Witch is a Nexus character, so she's not supposed to be different in any other reality. So Marvel's got a kind of atone for that. We'll have to see.
I like that. I like that one. Because because if that happened to me, I'd be like, hold on.
You'd have questions like, I have to protect my kids now. Something's wrong here.
Yeah. I like that idea.
And you have to assume that those kids are the fake kids that she made in the town and like that. The kids that she went and visited she's lying too. Because it's not like Scarlet Witch had those kids ever.
Shit. See, they just made like this with the whole multiverse, just insane amount of probabilities.
Yeah.
So I like what you're saying. So it's like, man, where's your contract from Marvel?
Secret Wars isn't necessary. Not only is it like gonna be an amazing story, because it is. It's actually like required for Marvel to go farther than this, because you can't keep going with the idea that there's infinite possibilities out there. That will mess things up, because eventually people will wake up and be like, look, I want Tony Stark again. So just point that goddamn camera at Earth 617 next time and show me Tony Stark, because they can't.
Yeah. Because it'll just get messy though.
It will.
Yeah. Any possibility of a secret invasion?